First drill we're gonna do, Cooper's gonna stand like a dummy. He's gonna put his elbows out and his legs are gonna be parallel. Pretty easy for me. I'm gonna look to get down and grab the leg. He's gonna move that leg away from me, and I'm gonna be forced to switch into the other leg and pick him up. When I release, I'm gonna make sure that I never come back to this crappy judo posture. This is not how we fight in jiu-jitsu. We're always gonna be hinged at the hips, right? So for him though, he's being the dum-dum today. So he's just got his arms out. He's not blocking or anything. I'm gonna look for the leg. He's gonna step back and I'm gonna switch to the other leg. Most basic drill is just, he's not gonna let me get the first leg and he might not let me get the second leg either. But that's where my job is, to try to catch the second leg. Nobody ever lets you have the first thing you want, right? Beat him to it. But I'm not gonna stand all the way up. I'm gonna make sure I'm in good base posture the whole time. Hinged at the hips, bent over, but also strong. Bad, good, right? Bad, good. Straight back the whole time. So if he's trying to clinch me, pull me forward, right? Good base. Here, pull me forward. See the difference? So I want you guys the whole time. Big chest, good posture. I want the leg. I switch. And he can do it 2 or 3 times. Keep pulling his leg out. Don't let me have the easy entry. Make sense? Nice and easy. 1, 2. There's like 3 ways to hit the takedown. 1, I need a clear path to his hips. 2, I need to get outside his elbow. 3, I need to get his head over his toes. All right? So both in 5. So those are our 3 routes. The first one we did is he has no arms and he's just gonna defend his legs. And we're finding it's pretty easy to get to the legs for the most part if he's not defending with his arms. He can dance all he wants. I can keep chasing him. I should win because he's moving backwards, I'm moving forwards. So the first line of defense, any idea what we should be using?
Hips, hands, head.
Ooh, who thinks hips? Who thinks hands?
All 3 are the right answer.
Who thinks head?
Head is the actual.
Head is the actual answer. If I block Cooper with my arms and he clears my hands, I can't use my head. If I block Cooper with my head and he beats my head, I still have my hands, right? So if we get the order of operations wrong and I start defending with my arms and he beats him, my head is not, he's already beat the head. So that's why we're hinging in this posture. And we're defending with the head first. When he changes levels, I change levels. It's head to head, right? If he beats me on the level change and enters my legs, I still have my arms. Now my hips. The hips are the last one. Boom, right? So head, arms, hips. Right now we're gonna work on the head part. So no hands, this is gonna be awesome. Forehead to forehead is neutral, right? We're here, neutral. My job would be to get off angle and get here. Clearly I have the advantage from this position. Right? So that's the first head pummel war. Forehead to forehead, neutral, or ear to ear, neutral. The fight here is gonna be whoever can get off angle. The longer we stay neutral, the less anything is gonna happen. Right, so it's gonna be a little bit like a couple of mule deer in November. December, whatever. Don't like mule deer. So the movements here, I can pummel underneath him and come to the side. I can circle, step to the side. You guys are free to come up with your own solutions to get off angle. His job is to keep fighting. Word of caution, if your heads come apart, it's gonna end poorly, right? Blood all over the place, so avoid that. Good control here. Don't go too spazzy, change levels, trying to get low. We're not entering any legs, just head battle. Make sense? We're gonna go 2 minutes, that's it. Just head fight. Trying to get to the off angle. It's gonna be miserable. Hands next, right? So if we're gonna go 50-50, collar tie grip. So it's total 50-50 grip. A lot of times I see people like this, no head connection at all. This is a bad habit. 50-50, but far superior already, right? So instead of accepting this position, we never want to be here. I want head connection, and I don't want to settle for lazy head connection where we're ear to ear, creating this 50-50 scenario. If I'm going to put my head somewhere, I'm going to go under his jaw or on the side of his face and start applying pressure. This is going to open up his shoulder for me so I can get inside grip. All right, so now we're going to connect it all. Look, easy legs, pummeling for inside space. If I get double inside space, I'm going to try to change levels. If he changes levels with me, I can easily start looking for a simple snap down. It's not aggressive. We're just trying to move with our partner, go with the flow of the current again. I think it's more important for wrestling than ever for you guys. So here, 50-50 grips, head position, and now I have a distinct advantage. It's not 50-50 grips, just from the head, right? Super important. So I want you guys for 2 minutes. All we're gonna try to do is just fight for dominant head position. He's gonna try to recover. No. I'll just try to recover. Why can't you recover? It hurts. Good collar tie, good head position. Gonna make a lot of difference for you guys here. Boom. Stop playing here. Looking away. Just think back to all of your stand-up in wrestling and think about how often you stood like this. And think about, man, I could have been better. Here. Now I can get inside and start looking for duck unders and all that other stuff, right? So just focus on getting your head inside space, and we're gonna go live. 2 minutes, just battle for that dominant head position. If you get it, hold it, see if your partner can untangle it.
That collar tie, you want it on the top of their head or on their neck?
Sometimes. If I want to control the guy, if I don't like here, I don't have control of his posture. But I don't care if he stands up. Right? If I want him, if I want him hunched over, then I need the top of the head. Because now he can't posture up. But think about it, I'm putting his head in the line of the, yeah, I can't shoot anymore. So if I grab him here, and he's like, no, you're not gonna pull on my neck like that. Cool, I'll just change levels, right? So in jiu-jitsu, we have to change levels, and most of you guys will probably find when you're entering the legs, you're here, dropping to the knee, right? You have to change levels to beat his head. That's the whole reason we're changing levels. In MMA, you'll see guys will shoot like just here. They don't need to change levels because everyone's striking. They're up here. Posture's totally different. Jiu-jitsu, everybody's posture's here in wrestling, so you're seeing more drastic level changes, right? So posture control, smart. Because here I feel strong, and then when I hang onto him here, get your posture back. No. I can't. So I have good control here. If I go up here, I don't really have as much rotational control over him. I can't pull his face in the way I need it. Make sense? All right, let's go. Head battle. I mean, the whole focus today is just head fight, because I think it's probably the most neglected part of the wrestling game. Not just by us, but in general. If you watch competition footage of, lower level guys, watch the head, and it's almost always floating without a purpose, right? I've been saying forever, like, the difference between a black belt and a white belt is the black belt uses every limb all the time, every movement, everything has a job. White belts, blue belts, arms are flailing as they're trying to triangle choke or an arm bar, like there's always something out of position. This is the same, right? Everything has a job, even our feet. So now we're gonna connect it all together. We're gonna start here. Have we done the snap down? No. So if I can we're gonna start 50-50 again. If I can get double inside, which is what I have here, I can go here. And there's games Cooper can play. There's good wrestlers who can attack from the outside tie as well, but it's way harder, right? Like Silvio's seminars illustrate this all the time. If I push Cooper, he pushes me with the outside tie, he can't. If he can pummel inside space, I can't generate any sort of meaningful leverage here until I get back inside. That becomes very easy, right? So for me, it's like that simple principle applies to wrestling for sure. Inside tie, inside tie. Now I have options again. It's easy. I can change levels, switch the hips. I can elevate one of his arms and use it to duck under, exposed to the back. Okay. If he leans forward to change levels, to stop my level change with his head, I can pull him down. So you don't need to be like explosive on the snaps. You can be gentle, looking for the angle. That's all we're looking for here is timing and angles, not athleticism. If you're using athletics, you're cheating yourself, because you're just more athletic than your partner. What happens when you fight somebody on steroids, right? He's more athletic than you. You're gonna lose. So try to find the timing and the angle. It's way more important. That goes for all your jiu-jitsu too. So here, inside space, we're gonna go nice and slow. I'm looking to change levels to get to the legs. He bends over. He's using his head to block, but he's giving me the easy snap, right? If he tries to resist the snap when he feels it, boom, I'm gonna snap him down. He lifts up, boom, gives me the easy entry to the leg. Make sense? When you scoop a leg, I don't care if your head's on the inside or the outside. White belts, they're gonna take the position away from you here. Blue belts, you're gonna get guillotined unless you have good posture. My posture's here, there's no guillotine to worry about. I'm dead if I do this, 100%. So I don't care if you go inside or outside, but know the limitations to being on the outside. For the most part, this is way easier and way safer. Good? All right, so pull it all together. We're looking now 50-50. Snap, just pulling him down. As I step back, I just pull him gently in the hole. If he decides to resist it, cool. I enter the legs. Good. All right, 1, 2. It's a classic option is if we're in this head battle and it's neutral. Like I can't seem to cut the angle on this guy. I change, he changes, but he's not overcommitting to anything. I'm gonna shuck the collar tie here with my shoulder coming over and across and applying pressure here. So if I can't progress, because that for me is probably like the lowest percentage option for me personally. I lose it a lot more than I do anything with it. Whereas if I can get here, chase to the leg, or blast double, I feel like I'm gonna get the takedown. But if I have to resort to playing Russian 2-on-1, now he's pushing my head. Yeah, it's like, now I gotta change levels again, switch. It just adds more to the mix. It's not, I mean, it's a good thing. You see a lot, but I definitely lose a ton. So on that note, we're gonna look here. I can't win it. My shoulder comes in, snap. I go palm up with both hands. Palm up, both hands, and I'm catching, connecting his elbow to the inside of my chest, the inside of my chest, the front of my chest. And I'm gonna drive down, shoulder pressure here. For me, I don't wanna stay here. I'll maybe look at these Lucci options, which are good, but an easier option is to make him step and wrap to the front headlock. From here, I'm gonna look for the Schultz. Oh, and just start squeezing on this guy. So the footwork here is important. Boom, coming off, catching. I pull him forward and down. As soon as that left foot, it's not a big step, but right here he's in base. As I drop and I pull, he takes that step, and that exposes the neck for me to wrap. And from here, we can go back to what we did last week. Right, sitting into this whole guillotine game. If we want, you don't have to go to the ground. You can just take him down from there too. Boom, snap, pull, wrap the neck. Arms already in, it's already across the body and the belt. It's already here. Easy for me. Elbows together, right? I can then work to drag this guy to the ground if I want. Play front headlock. One more time. Boom, boom. Head fighting, can't get what I want. Snap, pull him down, wrap the neck. Make sense? All right, we're gonna go 2 minutes, no, it's back and forth. 1 for 1. A lot of times if you watch like fight breaks out at jiu-jitsu tournament or whatever, highlights like I do on a Friday night, you'll see it almost always comes from a collar tie to the ear, or somebody gets cuffed outside the head, boom, and they're being kind of aggressive with it. It can really rattle you, ring your ears, temples are sensitive, ears are super sensitive, behind the ear, prime knockout spot, like you're like boss Luke style guy, boom, and you could KO a dude, put him behind the ear easy. But the rules allow you to be aggressive on the club, but you can't club this way. You have to club this way, straight down. It doesn't hurt, right?
No. No, it doesn't hurt, but it's like,
Boom, it's not comfortable, right? You have to club down the waist. You smell burning hair, Giliar? Sorry? No. So I want you guys to kind of practice clubbing marginally aggressive, because I don't want you coming out like a Sally and making soft grips, and then he's gonna counter you or throw you, because if he starts reaching me with these soft grips, I'm gonna arm drag this guy all day. Arm drag me?
Yeah.
Right? I'm taking that option away from him. So we're not gonna hurt each other, but we're definitely gonna come hard enough where, right? That's not gonna happen. You can go harder. Let's go. Yeah, good. Ooh. It's gonna be a little violent. That's okay. Today's got a theme: pain and violence, a little bit of suffering. So we're gonna get to the tie. Boom. We're 50-50. I'm gonna go here. Now, a lot of times, you guys got good posture and base, and I can't put him down. I'm not gonna sit here and try to force him into that front headlock position. What do we do when he stands upright?
Inside trip.
Right, into the legs. It's right there. He's not defending with his head. Even if he pushes, look at the sweat mark. Here, he defends. If he pushes away on my head, it doesn't make a difference. His arms are not long enough. Even if I'm bigger than him, boom, I push away. He's always gonna be able to get to my leg here, right? So this is a good, like, basic fundamental, but it's not effective. They're still gonna get to your legs every time. And then you're setting up for a whole bunch of other weird stuff that's gonna happen from there. So boom, I try to put him down, he won't go. Why would I keep forcing the issue? I just enter the legs, right? Option one. Option two, I go down, he won't go. I just lift the uchi and then wrap to the front headlock. So I'm using the uchi to put his head down. As he goes, I wrap to the front head. Pop. Here, stepping in, uchi. I don't care if I get the takedown. If your uchi's good, you might be able to bomb this guy and flip him over. Cool, but I don't care. If I don't hit the uchi, most of us don't have good uchi on one side, let alone either side. This is a left-handed uchimata. But look, now the weight's on the shoulder, stand up, good? No. Hard, right? Boom. Right to the front headlock. Make sense? Two options, but start with aggressive collar tie so you don't get arm drag. If your partner is soft on the collar tie, arm drag him. Good? Next one, two. I just gripped her here, but what's her job? On this hand now, she just hovels inside space and goes back to plan A. She can duck under. If I stop the duck under, he pulls me forward. Yeah. Just go with the flow. Like you're always, we did enough today that there's like, you should have options to understand they can't defend everything. Like the whole theme this month has been chest pressure means hips are up. Hip pressure means chest is up, and take that space, seize that opportunity. So the wrestling's the same game, right? So the last option we look at today is I go here for the like 2-on-1, boom, and then he like frames on my head. I can't get the Russian, and I switch, and I'm in this 2-on-1 wrist control situation. Really, really common for wrestling. What a lot of people are gonna do here is they're gonna do that self-defense grip. You know, he reaches in with his fists, connects, and rips his grip free. Happens all the time. So even when we were in Bonner's, like Eric did it to Sam. Sam went 2-on-1, Eric reached in, popped back. Look at his posture. What should I do? Right, all day. As soon as I go here and he extends back, he's giving me that entry into the legs. So it's just awareness again. It's like trying to figure out, okay, what's he giving me? Because he can't do everything. Exposing the legs. So if he breaks the grips, then keeps low, stay low, keep your head. Yeah, now he's still playing the game much better. Now I'm gonna play back. Here, he changes levels, boom, I wrap the head. Everything's a dilemma. Everything's, think in your mind, what's the dilemma here? If I'm gonna pull him forward and he reacts by posturing up, I need to get to the legs. And you can't think. You're gonna have to train this a lot until you see the dilemma. And I'm not good at it. Like, trust me, I'm not a wrestler. I'm a brown belt, let's go. Right? It's easier for me, I'm old. You guys are young. Look for these dilemmas. Boom, boom, boom. Right? You start looking like a wrestler before you know it, just chaining this stuff together. So last round, we're gonna do 2 minutes. One person's just attacking, and the other person's just gently defending. You're looking for a flow, like what just happened. Chaining one to the other and going through the motion, and then he goes for 2 minutes. Make sense? Energy beyond that. If I'm like way out here where there's no hand fighting, or maybe we're like getting ready for like mercy fight situation, or grip fighting like here, this kind of situation. Shooting from here is not possible, but it becomes an easy thing for me to use that as an arm drag grip. So if you start contemplating like what's available from the hand fight, and if he doesn't want to grip up with you, he's being stingy, clearing and just getting into the legs is an option. But if you're like working your way in, you get here, you're already halfway to the 50-50. He's not gonna just sit here, he's gonna re-grip you, because I don't really have meaningful grips on him. And now we're into this 50-50 head fight situation. Right, feel out, there you go, chin to the eye socket.
Yeah.
So getting here is usually not the problem, because everything out here is more interesting. Maybe we'll do that next week. But hand fighting from here quite often is going to result in something like a mercy fight to a clinch, or clearing the hands, getting exposure to the leg, or interlocking fingers on one hand happens a lot, and using that as your arm drag, super important.
Why is it that they're content to interlock fingers, like my question too?
Control. If I know where his hands are, it definitely is a thing. You can also like just submit these from here.
So both guys realize that they don't mind being in that position and let each other.
Cooper's like, I'm not tapping that.
I'm not tapping it
I'm not
first.
tapping that.
I feel overconfident with that. Like I can get that mercy.
But you have to have a plan.
Yeah.
If I get mercy fight, my plan is arm drag for sure, because now he's like stuck.
Because both guys are letting that happen, right?
Yeah.
They're agreeing to play that from that position.
Yes. Super weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes jujitsu's gay.
Two grown men holding hands.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you be an advantage not?
To be honest, if I spend,
You know where your opponent's hand is.
if I come in every week and I'm like practicing from here, maybe it's like 50-50. Why would you want to go to a 50-50 position? Well, because I practice there all the time. I feel like it's not 50-50. If I'm confident here, how many times have you been here in jiu-jitsu? Honestly,
A few.
count, give me a number.
Oh, not many.
How many?
3, 5.
5. In 5 years, he's been here 5 times. If I've been here 150 times, and I get here and he doesn't, oh, he didn't react. Cool.
Yeah.
Look at where his body is. Cool. This is easy for me. So, but they test the waters, okay? He's been here 150 times too. Crap. Doesn't work, but it's worth a shot. If I've been here more, if I'm more comfortable, we'll go for it. I'm guessing, I mean, I don't know. Because if your hands are all locked up, I mean, he can't shoot on me here. I'm not fearful of a shot. You know, I'm not fearful of any sort of tripping or foot sweeping or anything like that. It's not real.
So is it the sort of thing that guys would play if they're not interested in shooting?
I don't think so. I think it's just like, what can I get from here? And if I have a little bit of a game here, he might have none. And that's an advantage. Yeah.
There are actually a lot of shots on that.
With the hand, without the hands,
With the,
there's not a lot of shots. Because if you look back, and we'll test this after, you guys can test it now. If you look back at competition, this almost always gets released.
no, you don't keep the hands.
Yeah,
It's-
that's what I mean. There's
but
nothing here.
The
is what I'm
guy that
saying.
initiates the shots, it's just the same as clearing, except for you already have the hands.
It's not the same as clearing because there's grips.
Yeah.
Clearing is just here, it's easy.
But it's the same movement, you whip.
But it's way harder from here because he can also
Yeah.
hold me. I let go, no, let go, try to shoot. Right? It's completely different. When I say there's nothing here, there's no shots here. The shots are from here. You still have to let go. But we're talking about what do we do from here specifically. I can still attack from here, wrist lock him here, arm drag him here. Those are the options that I know of. But entering the legs, not gonna happen from here.
Yeah.
Too hard, 2 grips. I can't even let go. He has to comply
Yeah.
to let go, right?
That's what I was wondering, could he hold your hand so you can't reach across?
Absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Like it's a whole different game, this grip fight from here. And we'll do a couple minutes just fighting from here, and you guys can see what you can come up with, trying to pull. It's gonna be looking for the right angle. Don't waste your time on the mercy fight stuff. I've never seen it work in jiu-jitsu, junior high school, every day. But jiu-jitsu, hard. Go from here and see what you can make happen. Oh, it's so tiring on the
I
fingers.
know.
All right, let's go.
You're still
back
holding, so you can't.
Where we
you
started.
can't just-
So you guys are short for us, good one. Oh, Kawuchi-gari.
Andrew thought of it, but I'm kind of pulling his weight onto his front foot, so he can't just step back immediately. And when I go, I'm stepping in and hooking his front leg, not letting go of his hands the whole time, so there's no grip or anything. Cause, I mean, if I don't go, he'll probably step back out of it. But like, having his arms, pulling him first, and then go.
So if you're pulling Andrew, what if Andrew keeps going with you? Cause,
We were trying something similar.
we were trying something similar.
Keeps going with you.
Yeah, pull him
like
and Andrew
walking
goes with
into
the
you.
curve.
And, like if you pull Andrew, and Andrew runs back into your chest.
But he's pulling, but then going forward too.
Yeah, Cooper's like
Oh, okay.
bumping right there.
Put weight on that foot, and then he's going
Oh,
forward.
okay.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
But Tanner had
And if you catch him off guard, it's possible.
Yeah, I guess.
trying to mix some judo in there.
Figures.
And he pulled me to try and get me to step forward,
Uh-huh.
Is it
right? And.
You hit a Diashi Harai or something off the step? Yeah.
Is it not good to keep my leg high,
I wouldn't.
or does it matter?
I would try to,
Because he's
Yeah,
able to
yes,
slip out.
if it was up to me, I'd wanna be here.
Yeah,
Connected hip to his knee.
yeah. Because he was able to slide out, 'cause I don't have any arms on his arm.
Yeah.
leg.
You need hip connection for that one.
Yeah,
It's worth a shot though, it's worth trying.
yeah, because I don't lose anything.
Yes. Nice. Alright, Caleb, you said you had an option?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Just one, pick the one that's good.
They're all good.
Uh-huh.
You just gotta be athletic.
Oh boy.
I do this one in the gi one. It's literally just an elbow pummel and the
There's an
underhooks.
elbow to break. You can't hold those grips, Con?
No, it's tricky because especially if
Extremely sweaty.
either way, if I like try to keep
Yeah.
farther down, you can't.
Yeah.
But then there's also a shot.
Are you
Yeah,
giving
you
a
can
mirror
do
lock
this
to him now?
Hmm?
You giving a mirror lock to him now?
No.
I mean, kind of.
Maybe.
It looks close.
Yeah, as long as, yeah.
As long as you're aware, it's probably fine.
Yeah, as long as he keeps it high.
Maybe when I'm starting to down. But that's a shot too, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. If you can strip the one grip, that's a good one for sure. Alright, let's try that grip break. That will, you guys all see what's going on there? It's almost like our Academy room. We pummel.